Linda Goggin. You can call me Sunny. And this morning I'm going to be talking about how you can get energy. This is like my favorite topic because I've seen so many people, including myself, helped by the technology and the ideas that I'm going to share with you this morning. We're going to talk about how you can release tension, decrease symptoms, increase energy, and this really is new ways to heal. I hope that it will be helpful to you. So who am I? I'm Dr. Goggin. I'm a family doctor and I'm a functional medicine doctor. A lot of people go like, what's functional medicine? Functional medicine is really getting at the root cause. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what functional medicine is. I've done a few things, but as I like to say, the most important thing I did was I got sick and I felt crummy. I had to get my body back. And my big question to you is, have you felt the same way? Have you ever felt like, wow, I'm trying all these things, I'm working hard to try and take care of myself, or maybe you just feel like age has caught up with you, or you have an injury that hasn't healed. You know, why can't I sleep? Where's my energy? Why is it taking so long for me to heal? This is a place where I was. So within this presentation, I'm going to show you how you can turn good genes on and turn bad genes off. So the fact is that right now you have all the instructions for healing within your body, and you can tap into those if you start to maybe make some different choices, or maybe use some of the shortcuts I'm going to talk about this is a big thing I get asked because when I was young, I used a lot of ibuprofen and I didn't understand that it was actually potentially damaging to my body. And so I use a whole bunch, and now I understand that it creates problems in the body. And if we can get our body to have a reduction in inflammation and feel better without it, it's better, right? There's side effects from, the liver, acetaminophen, and the liver, aspirin and ibuprofen, lots of gut issues. It's interesting. I read a study not too long ago that showed a single dose of Tylenol reduced a person's empathy. When they were like looking at faces, they had found it harder to understand what the emotion was. So it does more than just take away pain. And so some of that extra you really don't want. I have moved into functional medicine, because I got sick. That was what happened to me. I got sick. I had to find a way to get better. And back when I was taught in school, I was kind of taught that DNA was destiny. That's why what took so much money and time to go ahead and sequence the whole genetic code. But then we understood that, this really isn't the answer. The answer is what is expressed. And so the new medicine is that our thoughts, our actions, our exposures, all of these influence what genes we are expressing. That is what's happening, how we're feeling. All of this is affected by these inputs. And in functional medicine, we spend a lot of time helping people figure out how to start moving, because we know movement will turn on good genes. We know that sleeping will turn on good genes. We know that good nutrition will turn on good genes. And if you can manage your stress and start to make those choices that turn the switch so that you're starting to reduce inflammation, all of those things can be very helpful. Even a cold shower can turn on good genes. It can improve your energy production in the body. But there are times when I have patients who feel like, oh gosh, I want to do all that, but I can't because I do not have the energy. And it's those people that I really want to speak to this morning, because you may know all the right things to do, but if you don't have the energy to do them, or you don't feel well enough to even get started, you're the person I want to talk to, because I have a shortcut that I'm going to talk to you about. So choices change gene expression. I alluded to this a little bit because it's kind of like, why would that be true? It's true because what happens is there are little tiny molecules stuck onto your DNA, and whether they're stuck on or pulled off of your actual DNA, the double helix, that's what determines whether or not we have this anti-inflammatory gene turned on or this cancer gene turned on. And so we know that these choices change what gets stuck onto your DNA, and they can even have a generational effect. That is, you might have a huge stressor in this life and then get pregnant And during that stressor, you stuck some things onto your DNA, and then you could pass that on to your kid. So interestingly, it can be passed from generation to generation. We want to change the instructions, and that's what we do when we change what's stuck onto our DNA. And we want to increase and modulate the energy in our body. And we know that we can heal if we have, all the raw materials, like you got the food, you got the ability to heal yourself, but we need to be able to turn on those good healing genes. As you get older, you have less capacity to heal. In our body, we have cells that have already become whatever they are, right? Muscle, bone, skin, liver. And then we have cells that haven't decided yet what they're going to become, and they can help you heal. Those are cells that are universal. They're fix-it cells. And these cells decline as we get older, and there is a way that we can actually increase those universal cells by using not just those choices, because some of those choices can improve the universal cells. But what if we had a hack for that? I'm going to tell you the hack now. There's a way to do it with light. We understand that light in its many forms can do many things in the cells. It can help with inflammation resolution, activating stem cells. It can help with the availability of raw materials and changing the instructions. And this comes from recent research. Really, the past 10 years, there's been an explosion in research into why light does this in the body. And when I was super sick, I needed something different. I had laboratory testing that didn't clearly show me a path. And functional medicine, helped me move into better health. But then I still wasn't all the way well, and I needed to find something out of the box. So these techniques, your family doctor may not know about them yet. The caveat is yet, because in 20 years, all physicians will prescribe light. Hear me now when I say, if they don't already, I think the young bucks coming up, they understand that light is powerful. But you don't have to buy an expensive light in order to use this kind of therapy. You can optimize your energy flow with a new type of biotechnology that's super easy. It's light-based. And so have you been patched yet? That's the big question. These patches are small. They're about the size of a quarter, and they interact with your body. So they function like a light on your skin. And I know y'all are going, well, I see no light, right? How does it work? It works because you and I make a bit of light. When you put the patch on, it interacts with the light from your body and then gives you back wavelengths that change what's happening in the cell. Many will say, that's got to be a placebo. It's just a sticker you put on. What's nice is we know that within animals, there's not a placebo effect. And here we have old horse, 31-year-old center of the horse, with a dramatic change in his coat. When you see his befores and afters, this is why we have people take befores and afters, right? Very shaggy coat at the beginning, nice and sleek later, and his heat map has changed. That is, he's a cooler horse, and that's what you all want. We want less inflammation. And this horse wore a patch for 6 months. David Schmidt, I have to introduce him. He's my hero. He truly is changing the world with his inventions. He's the guy who invented these phototherapy patches. And when I'm not feeling good, I grab me a patch. I don't reach for Tylenol or ibuprofen anymore. I actually am trying to reduce pharmaceuticals, because as a functional medicine doctor, that's one principle. I'd much rather use something natural that turns my body's healing on. And you see at the front, the X39, that is the patch I'd like to speak to you most specifically about, because it does the most in the body. The X39 is very powerful. And we see an improvement in energy, strength, stamina. It truly changes what is happening at the cellular level. We have randomized, controlled, double-blind studies. And I say I'm an independent brand partner. I'm not employed by the company. I talk about this because it changed my life. I had a patient that brought me some patches in my office and said, this made their pain go away. That's what they told me. Well, at the time I was having a significant amount of problem with my foot. I couldn't run. I also was extremely fatigued, and I couldn't run. And I wanted to exercise, right? I would tell everybody, visit after visit, got to exercise, got to move, yet I couldn't. And when I started to use the patches, I noticed that first I was able to I had less discomfort, and then I was able to start to jog, and I became much more active. I was able to exercise. I was able to run a half marathon, which was crazy for me. And it changed my life. And that was when I realized I was going to have to share the word about this. It took a while before I really felt better. Usually I say, give this a 3-month try. But if you're not feeling great, something with no side effects that turns on good in your body could be worth trying. It's just something to think about. I'm going to show you a few pictures of what I like to call the LifeWave glow. These people are not changing their skincare routine. They're putting a sticker on the back of their neck. Something big is happening in their body for them to start to look different, right? I like to show a few of these. This is after a year of use. And if you notice around what changed around her eyes, and just the color of her skin changed, I think that's pretty incredible. This is a woman who had an angiogram and had a huge bruise after her angiogram in her arm, full arm bruise. Doctor said it'd take 3 to 4 weeks, day 3 and day 5. So that's dramatic clearing. I've never seen anything like that as a family doctor, or as my time as an ICU nurse. I used to work as an intensive care unit nurse. And this is a scar that improved after 1 month of using the X39. Now, we don't make any medical claims around this. This basically helps your body do what it knows how to do. So we don't cure, diagnose, treat any disease. Look on YouTube for some testimonies for the X39, and you're going to find things can truly get better. Things that people didn't expect to get better, things that have been present a long time, because we're regulating that energy. We're improving the cells doing what the cells were meant to do. This is a cool outcome, right? So take your befores so that you will know what's going on. Take a before above your head. If you have thinning, take a picture of your face, any scars. These are available all over the world, so all different languages. Your friend in Japan may need these. And these are unique. The purple cow reminds me to tell you that there is nothing else that does this. Of course, there are stickers out there, but these are very different. That's supported by research studies, clinical studies, independent researchers and universities. And as a functional medicine doctor, I feel like I am doing a service to start to talk about these new ideas. And I love it that it is so science-based and that it really works. I have to mention that we're actively looking for people to help us to spread the word. And if you like helping people, especially if you need to heal too, it's a fun community. We'd love to have you be a part of it. You can reach out to whoever invited you to this presentation, and we can show you how you can share and earn commissions too. It's really a lovely, lovely company to work for, very heart-centered and trying to heal the world, not just heal people's bodies, but also looking into doing humanitarian efforts. There's some cool stuff that LifeWave does. The company really has grown dramatically ever since the introduction of the X39 patch. And we could tell you more about the specifics of what that patch does one-to-one. How do you get it? How much does it cost? $5. Cup of coffee a day. Like you go to Starbucks, your coffee costs more than $5. That's for retail customers. I do not suggest that you pay retail price, because you can get it at the wholesale price, the same as my price, by being a preferred customer or being a brand partner. Help us share the word. We would love that. And it costs just $25 to be a brand partner. And then you get the opportunity to pick a pack, pick an enrollment kit, so you can really get the experience. Because as I said, this does generally take time. It's not instant because your body is healing. We want to give it 3 months, right? So the time is now. I hope you found this interesting. If you want more information about it and you just found this yourself, email me, clinic@feelgoodfunctionalmed.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll come back and make sure my email is below. And I look forward to hearing from you. You guys have an awesome, awesome day, and I will see you soon. Hopefully to talk to you and hear about how these patches are changing.